Life is a casino. We don't sink, we just hit them off with C-notes. And you can bet it all. I'ma be the last one standing tall. Joey Merlino.
What's up, G?
Life is a casino. We don't sink, we just hit them off with C-notes. And you can bet it all. I'ma be the last one standing tall. Joey Merlino.
With Joey Merlino.
Welcome back to The Skinny with Joey Merlino, Little Snuff, and Ian Heinisch. How'd that sound?
Fucked it up. I told you to fuck it up.
Yeah, keep that in as a blooper. I want to keep that.
No, you fucked it up.
I actually rushed it so I could get it right, and I still can't get it right.
I mean, keep it rolling, bro. It's Heinisch, but
Heinisch, all right.
Close.
I was close.
Yeah. H-E-I-N-I-S.
Oh, no. Me, I can't spell that. Come on. Are you
I'll never
fucking nuts?
spell it.
Listen, we're back.
Spell that for parole.
We're back with a new episode live, Boca Raton, Florida, Podcast Junkie Studio. We're with our boy here. Ben is in the building.
Listen, Ben.
We've been grinding for the last 3 days, just pumping out content. So thanks for coming on the podcast. We really appreciate it. We met through a mutual friend, John Red Shea, who's another good man who has a great podcast also. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So your story's unique. It started when you were young. You know, you have a lot that's going on. Let's talk about a little bit where you grew up at.
I was born in Denver, Colorado, and I grew up like southeast Denver, a place called Parker, and grew up. It's not like you see a lot of these stories, and they grew up in the ghetto, super rough upbringing. I didn't really have that. My dad was a career roofer, so blue collar, and he owned his own business, and man, at an early age, man, I just had this crazy energy inside of me, and it led me down a kind of a crazy life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of roofers are crazy too, you know.
Yeah, he's from Long Island.
Yeah.
I know. I love roofers.
Yeah.
They will fuck. I think that tar goes to their fucking brain or something.
Yeah.
Blue collar, they go crazy.
When I was a kid, who the fuck was it? One of my friends or something. When they gave me jobs, my father said, "Oh, they get him, a roofer job, whatever." So we went to the guy. The guy said, "You like the guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's my good friend." He's like, "You got to hate him to get him a roofing job." 110 in the summer with the hot tar on the fucking roof.
Fuck that.
Yeah, the fucking guys.
Breathing in asbestos.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking thing.
Yep.
Well, like you say, your father was a roofer. Now, at a young age, heard a lot about your story. You were very into wrestling, But at a young age, kind of like the drugs and alcohol really took over when you were wrestling or after you were wrestling?
Probably like kind of a couple years after I started wrestling. I started at age 11 wrestling, which is late, especially in that community. Most of these kids wrestle or they start when they're like 6 or 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they had to hate you for starting late.
Yeah, I started late, and I lost almost every tournament my first year. I got super determined. My dad's like, all right, let's go all in. And I did like a full summer of summer camps and then came back and won state and then just went on a tear.
Yeah, see, once you lose, then you're ready to go.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Wrestling's hard.
Yeah.
Well, at UFC, you got to be a fucking animal.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker is an animal. I mean, I got to say the truth. Now, when you're younger and you are wrestling and you're doing what you're doing, when did the drugs take over? Like, how old were you? Did it start fucking up your wrestling career and what happened there?
Yeah, so it was like age 13. I started to get in trouble probably like age 10. My mom would almost, I'd get in trouble at school, and then she'd pull me out of school before I got kicked out.
Yeah.
And homeschool me for like half a year or whatever. And then 13, back in those days, man, and I could go down the medical system rabbit hole, but, the parents didn't know what to do. To take you to the doctor. Oh, try this, try that, try that. Eventually, I got a taste of Adderall, which is, basically prescription meth. And
For ADD, they say, right?
Yeah. And instantly I was like, oh man, I love how this feels, and I got more. 13.
Well, fucking Adderall. They had Adderall back then.
Yeah.
It was a Ritalin or some shit. It was called.
No. It just started. Like Ritalin was before that. They tried me on Ritalin, and Ritalin just made me sleep.
Really?
And then they gave me Adderall, and Adderall was like, bing.
Yeah, he was, but you were buzzing.
Yeah. You would buzz. You get a lot done. Like you would sit there and focus.
Yeah.
But it gave you that feeling, and then I started, smoking weed, drinking. When you drink and do Adderall, you can drink a lot more. And then, I was doing coke as well. So I went pretty hard down that path.
How old was you? 13?
This was probably like 14, 15.
Oh,
That's nothing.
Yeah.
yeah, fucking all American.
How old are you?
Right now, 37.
Fucking Adderall was out there. I just thought Adderall came out like 5 years ago.
No.
No, Adderall's been cooking.
Well, now 13 years old.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What's the other one? Adderall. There's another one they take that makes you sleep.
Oh,
Is it the Xanax?
No.
I got prescribed Xanax at 17.
There's another one. A friend of mine took it. It makes you, the side effects, fucking sleepwalk, sleep eat, sleep drive. The fuck is that?
Trazid. Oh, where?
Ambien.
Ambien.
Ambien. Yeah.
That could.
I woke up cooking. He didn't cooking the fucking house. Fucking,
Really?
yeah.
As-
Peter Gary, we woke up.
Yeah.
He made his fucking full course dinner. He said even though he cooked.
That's bad.
And you drive. You fucking you don't know you're driving. You're fucked up.
Well, and especially it takes you down a road. And I heard one of your stories is that you're all fucked up. You get into a car accident, almost die and lose your life. Talk us through that, because the next day you wind up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that I was probably 16 and a half. I just got my license like probably half a year, and I had this big tournament. I took second my sophomore year, or my freshman year at state, and then I won state, pinned my way through. Took second at nationals, I took like fifth and sixth at freestyle, so I was an All-American. And I had this pretty big tournament, and I was a couple bottles of Southern Comfort down, probably doing lines. I'm driving home, and I remember I had this thing, if I was seeing double, I would close one eye and lean to the left. And apparently I just fell asleep. And I just drove off the road. I had a Mustang and drove right over the curb, and it was like snow out. And I woke up and my tires were just spinning. And I woke up and I was like, oh man. And I just took off towards my house, like just ran home. And my wrestling coach calls the next morning, where's Ian at? And my dad's like, he crashed his car. And I didn't get in trouble with the police. So he showed up at my house. Apparently my parents were shaking me and I was like a dead person. And my coach came and was like, Ian. And I was like, yes, sir. And I got up, and it was a bad thing what happened next. I went to the tournament, and I won the tournament. And my dad was like, and I was cocky about it too. And everyone was like upset about
Well,
that.
because in your mind, I could go out, party, get fucked up, and still win.
And still beat
like the
these guys.
Johnny Manziel mentality.
Yeah.
This question, like when you wrestle, right? Because you got to be tough. They're tough. The weight, like, don't they lose a lot of weight? They got to make weight, right?
Yeah. In the beginning, I tried to cut weight, but it wasn't for me. And I said, I'll just wrestle up a weight. And if anyone wants to challenge me. Right. And, I made like seniors and stuff have to move around because I was like, this is my weight, bro. We can challenge for it. And so, I was better than them. So
yeah, because a lot of guys fucking lose fucking 25 pounds and then put it back on right after the
Yeah, I quit doing that. Especially back then, we were cutting weight stupid. We would stop eating, put the trash bags on, go for a jog.
Yeah.
And like now the science behind it's so different, right? You keep eating. You actually eat more small meals and you don't stop your body to shut it down. So I quit cutting weight at a young age. And I'm glad I did. I performed better.
Yeah, you perform.
Yeah, I don't care if I wrestle a bigger guy.
I used to be a jockey. We used to eat and throw up.
Oh, yeah.
Eat, drink, you got to drink soda. Fucking throw right up. But you go broke. You're fucking hungry every 20 minutes.
Yeah. Didn't they have the bowl in the middle where you throw up in?
In the jockey room, they got a heaving bowl, it's called.
Really?
Yeah, you bowl, like you shut the door like a toilet, shut it and just go in and throw the fuck up.
That's crazy.
Everybody does it.
Yeah, one of my wrestling coaches was a jockey. And he said his cutting weight was on another level.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking stay in that steam room for 2 fucking hours.
Yeah,
I could stay in there 2 hours.
Like it's none.
We used to go and we would get a bucket with ice and a big towel. You put the towel in, like wet it, and you just put your head in it and put the towel over your head. It's fucking sitting there, because it ain't, you're breathing the cool,
Yeah.
He's fucking sitting there for fucking 2 hours.
Yep.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
That really is.
Yep.
Right here, this facility is maintained properly. It's a full service urgent care. Walk-ins welcome, no appointment needed. X-rays, any illness checks, any medicine you need, this is the place to come. Atlantic City, New Jersey. Let's go inside, let's check them out. So anything you need here, the reports come right to Dr. Stern. As you go along this whole process, whatever you need from an X-ray to blood work to a drug test, an alcohol test, everything is done right here. They've been family owned and operated since 2001 in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Make sure you come check them out. Now you win that tournament, everybody's definitely mad at you.
Yeah.
You know you're in active addiction.
Yeah.
What's the next step? Did you try rehab?
Yeah, so I was just on a tear then, and like I was like coming home super drunk and coked out, and then my parents like, the police are gonna get you, this and that, because I think I had some petty warrants out, and I was like, I was like, if a cop comes, I'm gonna kill the cop. And like I was just, you know, just talking crazy like that. So they were scared. So one night I came home and my mom was being super weird. She's like, but you're coming home tonight, right? I don't care if you stay out late, but you're coming home, right? And I'm like, yeah. And I show up at the house and 2 big football player dudes come and just haul me and throw me in the truck.
Wow.
And we're driving and they're called transporters. And we're in the car and I have a cast on my hand because I punched a wall, broke my hand. And I'm coming to like, what are we doing? And they're like, we're going to Utah to a rehab. And I was like, no, I'm not going. And they're like, no, you are, definitely. And we're on I-70, and I jump in the front seat, grab the wheel, turn it, force them to pull over, whack the dude in the head with the cast because the 2 back doors had child lock on it. And I went to like crawl out his passenger door, and this big arm just came around my neck, and they hogtied me and threw me in the back.
Really?
So they took me to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. It was called Turnabout Ranch.
That's a famous rehab.
It is a famous.
Yeah.
What did that one chick went to it?
I think Paris Hilton went there.
Paris Hilton and what's that? Cash Me Outside chick.
Oh yeah. She was on the Maury show. That girl. Now she's real famous. Bad Barbie. Yeah, Bad Barbie now. Yeah.
So they put you in a circle of rocks. They take your shoes off. They're like, "Go ahead, try to run." It's like, "We'll chase you down horseback and we'll hog tie you." And I ain't playing. You sleep on a wood board, and you just gradually. It was good, man. It was actually really like humbling and like made
what you needed.
Well, yeah, it was what I needed, but I wasn't ready to change like here. You know what I'm saying? I was.
How low was you?
What's that?
How low was you when you went to?
Probably just turned 17.
To get sober at 17 is fucking nearly impossible.
Yeah, it's tough, especially when you get thrown right back in the same environment.
Of course. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got back out, quickly fell back in. Not too. I mean, it lasted a little bit, but it's it's tough. And then my senior year, I got expelled, and
could have told that was coming.
Yeah, I got expelled, and partied all year while everyone like wrestled and did their thing. And I had a rich girlfriend at the time, and she's like, "Babe, I believe in you. Like, I'll pay for you to go to a senior nationals. And this is like the Super Bowl of wrestling. You got to be a state champ to qualify to even go." And so I rolled up there, ended up doing blow the night before like an idiot. We're in Virginia Beach, it was on accident, kind of. I checked into this hotel, and this sketchy dude pounds on the door. I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" And he's like, "I got some blow next door if you want some." I'm like, "No, bro, get out of here." And next thing you know, I'm like 6 beers in, she's passed out, and I hear like chopping up lines. So I'm like, I'll just go get a quick gram. And I went over there, felt like crap the next day. But this was like my mindset. Like I was like, oh, ain't no way I'm going to perform like crap. So I do sprints trying to like get this hangover. I lost to the guy who won it by 1 point. And then I wrestled 8 matches to come back and take 4th. And it was like grueling matches.
Yeah.
I was beat up because these guys were in good shape and I wasn't training that much. I was just partying. So I had college recruiters everywhere. I had a full ride scholarship to Boston University, but then they looked into it and they were like, "Yo, you got expelled though, bro. You can't. You're not coming to D1." And then I got offered a junior college scholarship, and that's where I chose to go to Northern Idaho.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a tough go around, especially when you're in addiction, and then you get locked up though, also, and that's part of your story.
Yeah.
And now, how'd you get into prison? Where'd you go? Spain?
Spain.
How did that happen?
Yeah, so I went to I went to college, blew that opportunity. I got 4 charges day one. There, just checking the college out.
4 charges day one.
So and it was stupid stuff, bro.
We're gonna go out drinking tonight.
Yeah, you don't want that. I'll end up face down in a ditch. But I was drinking, and the cop rolled up on a bike. "Hey, let me see your ID. Oh, you're drinking underage." Wrote me a ticket. I ripped it up, threw it in his face, and walked away. Then he wrote me a ticket for littering.
I got that.
And then he like put his hands on me, and I took off running, and I think I fell down, and he wrote me evading arrest, and then I hocked a loogie on his car, and he wrote me disturbing the peace. And it was actually cool though. I never went back and dealt with that charge, but I'm trying to get in Canada, so I called Idaho the other day, and they were like, all charges dropped due to inactivity.
How about that?
Really?
I was like, let's go. It was. I mean, this is almost 20 years old, but I think it took like 15 years for them to drop it.
How about
So statute of limitations, bro.
Yeah. That's a long time though.
That's a long
Yeah, you got lucky.
for some misdemeanors, bro. It was stupid for me to go to college because school wasn't my thing. I wrestled, I partied, but that's it. And my parents got divorced in 2008. They sold their 3 rentals like a year before, like in 2007. Put this massive addition on their house in Parker, and then they got divorced and the housing market crashed, and they couldn't even get what they put into the house, and they lost everything. So I came back and I was like, what am I going to do? I got petty warrants, and I was like, I ain't doing probation. So I was just kind of on the run from a few things, just little stuff. Police are showing up, I'm climbing trees, hiding from them, just goofy stuff like that. And then this chick that I was dating invited me to come to Vancouver to be her prom date. So I flew out to Vancouver, and I loved it, man. It was like paradise out there. Beautiful place if you've ever been. And I was like, I'm going to stay here. And I ended up getting this sales job, door-to-door sales, which I learned so much. I was selling fixed-rate contracts for natural gas to like rich people. And Canadians are so much easier to do door-to-door sales with. And I was making $4,000 a week, like $3,000 to $4,000 a week. Big money for me at 19.
Yeah, good money.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm staying there. I'm living. I got into some trouble over there. I don't know if you want to go into it, but I got deported from Canada.
So you got deported?
Yeah.
Jesus,
I'm
God.
not in Canada.
What?
If you're a felon here, I'm not allowed there.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get in right now, and it's basically I'm a felon, but I got the case sealed.
Right.
So I'm trying to. It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
And,
They're motherfuckers.
That's crazy. So now you get deported.
So I got deported from Canada. I did like 5 months over there, and then they deported me. I'll just quickly give you the rundown what happened. So the first chick I went out there, because this is important. The first chick I went out there with didn't work out. And then I moved in with these Guatemalans who I found out later, like recently, they're like full on like oligarchy, like in Guatemala, like their family's like the real deal. One of them got smoked like a couple years ago in Guatemala, and the other one's indicted right now. But we were out there, and we were doing some just like sales, and obviously I knew something was going down. They were they had some money, and they didn't need to do anything shady. But one of my boys was like, hey man, if you could send some X over to us, that'd be cool. I heard it's cheap and really good there. So one of their friends sent the package, and I guess it sold like ecstasy.
Oh, ecstasy. Okay.
Yeah, because it was so cheap and high quality. So anyways, I'm doing my door-to-door sales job. I knock on this chick's door. 4 chicks open. They're like, hey, he's cute. Come on in. Next thing you know, I'm drinking Bloody Marys with these girls. I sign them all up. The one girl's crying in the corner, and her friends are like, oh, she's having a bad day. Go cheer her up. So I'm over there dancing with her. It's getting late. We're supposed to have an after day meeting. And they were like, yo, you got to drive her home. She's too drunk. You have to drive. And I was like, I got a meeting. And they're like, we don't care. So I went to my boss. I was like, here you go. And she's like, where are you going? I was like, I got to go. I drove this chick home. We're drinking a bottle of wine. And all of a sudden I hear a pound on the door. And she lived in this like weird duplex where her front door was a screen sliding glass door.
Yeah.
And so she opens the curtain. It's her ex-husband. And he's freaking out, like yelling at her, and then he sees me and he just snaps. He's like, let's go, get out of here, come on. And so I walk up to the door. I'm like, you really want me to come out there? He's like, yeah, come on, man, come on. So I just slid it open, pop, just for my fist to go through, popped him in the nose. He fell down. I jump on him full mount. I'm just holding him. And I'm just like kind of giving him a little like slaps. And I'm like, you gonna go home? Because his 2 kids are sleeping inside. And next thing you know, bro, he grabbed me in the balls and like squeezed, and I just snapped, bro. So I just lifted him up and held him over the 2-story balcony, and he's like, Lena, and the girls goes, no. So I throw him, he falls on the ground. I grab him by his coattail and right here, and I roll him down the flight of stairs. He gets in his car, he's all beat up, drives away. I move in with this chick 10 days later. And
hey, you're a sick guy, man.
Yeah. Fucking papers.
Move right in.
I mean, it wasn't like she was like, hey, move in with me. It was like the Guatemalans were leaving and I had to find a place to, it just worked
right
out.
in.
Yeah. It's crazy how they trusted. But anyways, so 6 months go by, long story short, I'm playing the stepdad life. Everything's good. I bought a car. I'm making good money. Next thing you know, I hear a pounding on the door again. And I'm like, oh, this dude's back round 2. It's like 6 a.m. So I come out in my underwear, like ready to go. I throw open the curtain, and it's 3 immigration police. Well, this dude like fully stalked me. And I actually went home to visit my family, and I flew to Seattle and tried to take a Greyhound over, and they stopped me at the border. So I posted up in a hotel room because I had a DUI, and then I tried to walk across the border. They rolled up on me with dogs, and they sent me back, and they're like, one more time, you're doing 100 days, and we'll send you back to Colorado. And then the chick that originally went there, her mom came and picked me up and drove me across.
Wow. So right now, what we're doing is we're running the blood work, and you're going to have the results back in how many, 15 minutes?
15 to 20 minutes.
15 to 20 minutes. So the results will be done right then and there.
Hot off the press before we even begin, our blood work's perfect.
Okay, good.
So we're quite literally a very healthy dog, probably the healthiest dog of the day.
Wow.
So
I love that.
Red blood cells are good, white blood cells are good, electrolytes are great, thyroid values are great. So
Wow.
he looks happy, healthy physiologically. So we just got to get a good once over. And
I love it. All right, good. Come on. See, buddy? Mommy raised you good. I feel like he has a trouble lifting this just right here, this one.
Hi, buddy. We're going to take a look at that. It's at the left hind.
Yeah.
We're going to look at that last.
Okay. Healthy buddy.
Again, he looks amazing, guys. That's
All right,
an
good.
understatement. Go ahead.
Right here, when he's walking up the steps and I watch him, like sometimes he has a struggle getting this one up.
Do you find that like during the day you don't see him have an issue with it otherwise?
No, never. Just when he goes up the steps. I mean, I know his legs and arms are so little, so maybe that's it, but I don't know.
Well, a lot of times when an owner describes like a left hind issue or a right hind issue with these breeds, the first thing that comes to mind is like a torn ACL.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that that's not what he has.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of times it can start either when owners come to us when they just brought their pup in from being outside, and they're running, and then suddenly they're just holding it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Has that ever happened before with that left
No.
hind?
No, he's really not that big of a runner.
Oh boy.
He found this out. He found I was working illegally.
And he told
He
on you.
called immigration, snitched me out, and so they took me in. It was like 4 nights in the county jail, and I'm just losing my mind, bro, because I'm coming off Xannies and like steroids at the time, and I'm freaking out. So I'm like, take me to the hospital. They give me my Xanax, and then she comes and posts bail, $5,000 cash on a Monday, and she takes me home, and she heard this story that I was hooking up with my old chick when I was living with her. So she made up this crazy story that she did something, and then I just kind of like, I was like really upset. So I was drinking tequila, popped my Xanax. And I'm like, man, I'm losing my life. Eventually I'm going to get deported. And I'm making such good money, bro. Like I'm making over 6 figures. And eventually I trashed her place a little bit. I think I punched a hole in the wall. And then she took her kids to school, and her kids were like scared because of the commotion I was making. So she comes back full mount and just tees off on me. And I'm just like, whatever's happening, I want to stop.
Yeah.
And so I like wake up and I'm like holding her down. She screams and I'm like, what are you doing? So I grab her most expensive bottle of wine and just take off towards the beach. And the cops apparently cut me off. I rolled over the hood, broke the bottle. Apparently I came at the cops. And bro, they gave me like a generational ass whooping. Like I'm glad. I would take that all day than getting shot. Because in America they would have shot me.
Yeah.
But my eye was swollen shut, broken ribs. Like they handed it to me.
It's a fucking soap opera here.
Jesus, God.
You should make a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on it with Talus Films. But
Yeah, you should, absolutely.
so they take me in and they question me right away. And I'm still, dude, I'm zannied out. I'm drunk still. Like it's literally like they sit me down. And I don't want to rap my old boss who's paying me under the table because I love that job.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I make up this crazy story, bro. I'm like, I'm a cage fighter. I fight underground. I met this chick online. This is before I even did UFC. So like you could tell the seed was planted in me. I always felt like I was gonna fight someday, and I made this crazy story. And I told him straight, I was like, that rat bastard piece of shit who snitched on me, I'll sneak across the border. I'm gonna put him in the ocean. Like I went all this, and they put verbatim in the newspaper everything I said, front page of the Vancouver Sun.
Jesus.
And they put me in jail, and I remember they took me to court because I had a hearing that day, and I'm still messed up. And the public defender, he goes, don't say anything. And right away I stand up, Your Honor, I would like to speak. And my lawyer's like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I'm not a violent person. Just when I drink and do Xanax, I get a little crazy, and I won't do that anymore. And she was like, Mr. Heinisch, you are a threat to Canadian society. I will not grant that. You are denied. You are to be held until you are deported from this country to not return. And she's like, and the Canadian girls I hear her in the stands, and Ian, I'm so sorry. And they're Canadian. I'll never forget
with the
that,
Canadian
bro.
accent.
Bro, I'll never forget. And we're friends to this day.
That's good.
She's really. She was 37. I was 19 when we were dating. So
Oh, wow.
the newspaper wrote, 37-year-old girlfriend fights 19-year-old cage fighter boyfriend, something like that. It was,
Yeah.
But anyway, so I come back to the States. I did like 5 months. They deported me. And I'm like, all right, we're in a recession. Parents broke up. Like, I'm trying to figure out what to do. So I call my boys, and I'm like, hey, send me over a package. Let's see what I can do.
Who's that, the Guatemalans?
Yeah.
Back to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Back to the Guatemala.
so they shipped me 1,000 pills, and we go to the raves, and you know how I was working out. I give like 4 of my boys 100 pills. And I would go up to people, hey, you need X, you need a pill, you want this? And if they were like, yeah, I'd be like, red shirt, black shirt. And every now and then, secret police would jump me and put me against the wall and search me. And I would just be like, oh, I'm
What's that
messed
do? It
up.
makes you dance or something, right?
You
don't
sweat,
drink
you
though,
dance,
right?
you have fun.
Because I read an article when I was in jail. I didn't know what the fuck it was. Fuck's ecstasy. The nightclubs turned the water off because they said they drink water. Is that true? When you
Well, you could be dehydrated.
It
Yeah,
dehydrates you. Yeah.
very
So
much.
the clubs were turning because nobody would buy booze. They would take the thing and dance all night, and then get the bottle of water and refill it in the bathroom.
Yeah.
All the clubs, they shut the fucking water off so they would buy alcohol because they wouldn't buy alcohol.
Water and orange juice with ecstasy. That was the thing.
Yeah. It's the happy drug. It's honestly like they prescribe it to old couples now, like that are like.
Wait a minute. Wait, you telling me?
I'm not kidding. It's the love drug.
So you could get ecstasy from a doctor.
Like they'll give it to certain people that are like 70 years old, like older
Really?
couple. Yeah. Yeah.
We live in a sick fucking world, man.
Yeah.
Fucking big pharma, they're the gangsters.
Yeah.
Big pharma.
Absolutely. I
Fucking-
mean, bro, if they give meth to a 13-year-old, I mean, what's
I
going to
didn't know
stop
that.
them from
I
giving
thought
it?
Adderall came out fucking 3 years
Yeah.
ago.
That's wild, man.
So all of a sudden, like, I started to get more bulk buyers, right? And, we're paying about $2.50 to $3 a pill. I could sell it for 20 at the raves, or I can bulk sell it for like 7 or 8, which I'd way rather do.
Yeah.
And so I just start bulk selling it, and I'm getting some traction. I'm Western Unioning this money back to my boy in Canada. All of a sudden, Western Union just shuts us down. Like any money from this region to that region, and I'm having girls do it, different names, and now I'm scared to go pick the money up. So they're just robbing from us straight up, and. My boy's like, hey, man, buy this thing called Bitcoin, right? It's like a stock. It goes up and down. And I looked at it. It was 17 cents. And I was like, nah, bro, I don't understand
17
it.
cents.
17
I
cents.
should have bought a G worth. And
You be trained?
I'd have $1 billion.
I have $1 billion.
Yeah.
17 cents?
That's sick.
And what the
It's
100
sick,
fucking
bro.
30,000?
17 cents he told you to buy. And you remember that.
Yes, vividly looking at it,
Fucking
saying,
sick,
I don't
man.
understand. I was looking at my phone, and it was one of those, like, old school, like, because I didn't even have a computer, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not like a computer guy. And he's like, yeah, it goes up and down. You can buy it through Western Union or something. I'm like, dude, I just don't get it.
We don't even know what the fuck it is.
Did he buy it, that kid? He's got to be a millionaire.
I don't know. He bought it, but I don't know if he held it. That's the
Jesus
thing.
Lord.
I see the thing with Bitcoin. A guy ordered Domino's pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he bought like,
He gave the kid a tip. He had no money. He said, I'm going to send you Bitcoin.
gave him like 30,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah,
or
the
something
fucking kid
crazy.
fucking worth 100 million.
Yeah, so that's my Bitcoin story. But yeah, and so I'm like, dude, I don't understand. You got to do something. So
He'd be
he,
a billionaire today.
Yeah.
dude,
19
Instead of
cents?
fighting in fucking
all I
UFC.
needed to do was put $100 in
Yeah.
and forget about
19
it.
cents.
Imagine-
Fucking forget it.
If I put $100 in or even a G in and got
You'd
pinched
be
and
a
forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot it. You're lucky you forget the code.
Yeah, that's the thing. The password. Imagine not knowing the
forgot the fucking
password at
password.
17 cents.
Yeah, you got 500 million. You can't get the password.
Now, when you get pinched after doing all this, and I mean, you're moving and grooving. How you get sober clearly because you can't. You're in the.
Yeah.
How did you figure out a way to get yourself to the UFC just from the? Your parents lost everything, the drugs. You get sober.
Yeah.
And you just get into the UFC.
Well, you went to jail in Spain too, right?
Yeah. So I'll move kind of quick. So basically, he sends a guy down with 100,000 pills. Now he's giving me 10,000 a week, and I'm giving this guy cash. Right? He's in his car. He's gonna drive up. About 8 months into this, we get popped. My boy's hanging out with this weird chick who, like, he's kind of dating, and she would always be like, "Hey, can I get a boat?" Which means 1,000 pills. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, because like we wouldn't tell her. And then one day she was like, hey, my boy will buy it for 10 G's, which is a lot, and I'll drive. So I'm like, all right, if you'll drive. So I sit right behind her, pushed it under her seat. And I was like, you're taking the risk on this. So we pull up in this Walmart, and this dude gets in. I can already see the nervous energy right away. I'm like, dude, this isn't. And then he pulls out the cash. I'm like, that's not even 10 G's. So I told the girl, I said, pull out, go through the McDonald's drive-thru. Maybe he's got more cash. So she pulls out. Boom, boom. We get smashed on both ends. These guys jump out like G.I. Joes and freaking pistol to my temple, looking at the broken Walmart sign, thinking, man, I'm looking at some time. Or, you know, I didn't know, but I was like, I'm 19. I'm not dealing with probation, and I'm not doing time. So I posted bail. I got out. They raided the apartment that we were trapping in. They stole like 30 G's cash, didn't report it. Took like another 800 pills and stole like weed and all that, cut pillows, threw mirrors on the floor, cut the mattress. And there was like 2,500 in a slipper that I owed someone that I forgot. And they threw it across the room, but the money was still in there.
Yeah.
So I went to the post office, and I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. And I said, I need a passport like in a week, expedite it. And they were like, all right. And it came in the mail. And I'm on like pre-trial probation where you got to like check in UAs.
Right.
The whole thing.
The whole thing, right? And once that passport came, bro, and luckily my boy who I was with, my roll dog, he acted like he was retarded. They thought he was autistic. Like he just like talked funny. I was like, perfect, bro. That was the best thing you could have done.
Yeah.
And he was. We called him E-tard. He was on too much drugs. So he really just pushed into that. So I hopped on a Greyhound. I went to Indiana, said goodbye to my family, hopped on a train from Chicago to New York, said goodbye to my family, and I hopped on a flight JFK to Amsterdam with like $2,000 in my pocket.
Wow. Gone.
Gone.
And then you got pinched out there too, right?
Yeah, so I ended up in Belgium. I got a job out there. My cousin had a friend, and then we got in trouble there. So then we went to England.
How the fuck? Yeah.
Jobs.
You-
I kept jobs.
And
bro.
how the fuck you
I
do
was
this all at a
just
young
hustling.
age? I mean, you like your story. You should be 70 by now.
Yeah.
Jesus,
19.
God.
I turned 21 in Belgium, and then met this crazy English guy. We ended up going to England, and he was like, "Don't worry, mate, I'll get us jobs." His idea of a job: we were in North England, ice cold. We're painting this apartment that we slept in. That's a shell with no electricity, no running water, no carpet. And I'm like, dude, we can't do this. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So we go to this college party town. We get a job at the club. 3 weeks later, he tries to rob the safe. I'm like, dude, I don't even know this guy. I'm like, this guy's crazy. Like, and they're like, all right, well, if you had nothing to do with it, you know. And so I called my boy, and I said, well, send me a package. Let me see what I can do over here. So he sent me 1,000 pills, and it was just a terrible market, bro. And I was stepping on people's toes, and it was getting kind of iffy. So I just sold it, and I went down to Spain. I hated the weather there. So I made my way to the Canary Islands, Spain. I pulled up, and I walked down the beach. I'm like, beautiful women, beautiful beaches. This is paradise for me. And they're speaking English, you know. And so I rolled to the clubs. I'm like, hey, are you guys hiring? And they're like, yeah, you're hired right now. And I was like, sweet. They paid me 8 drinks when I work and 4 drinks when I got off. And I got every one person I got in, I got €1. So I would just stand on the street and just hustling. And we'd be selling stuff. And 3 months of this, bro, full-blown alcoholic, like rock bottom. Couldn't even afford €30 for a cockroaches-fested apartment with 3 other guys. And that was rock bottom. I was sleeping on the beach sometimes, sleeping on park benches. And I would still go to work because I needed my alcohol and try to make some money to eat, couch surfing a little bit. And then I met this American who he was like one of the only Americans out there. His dad was Colombian. He said, hey, gringo, come live with me, man. We don't want to see you living like this. And I was like, all right, cool, man. Appreciate you guys. And they took me in like family. And they were big into working out. We started working out, getting sober. I got a job at a restaurant, like more normal.
For people that are watching out there that are going through a similar situation, and let's just say whoever they're working with is not doing exactly what they want, or the employer is giving them an issue, what would you say to them? How could they contact you, and what could you do for them to help them out?
Right, so all they have to do is literally they can call, you look us up, you Google Pearson, you'll have my cell phone number, we can post it, whatever they need, and then I'm going to investigate what's going on. We're going to ask them how they were hurt, what their current condition is, who have they treated with, who approved the light duty release. Was it a company doctor or your own doctor?
Yes.
That's a big difference.
And about 2 months, he sat me down. He was like, hey, gringo, you want to make some real money? And I was like, yeah. He was like, Colombia, bro, let's go. And that's when we started taking the trips. Colombia, Venezuela, Aruba. We would get the kilos and we'd swallow them and bring them back.
Jesus God.
Follow him.
Yeah.
With the balloons?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were sick.
My man did it all.
Yeah.
It's fucking all American.
That's a serious. That's insane.
God bless him.
So now you're out there. You're doing that.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the first time he sent me was like straight up Mule. And then he was just like, he paid me pretty good, like 7,000 euros. And then he was like, hey, gringo, you could, save your money because it's only $1,000 a kilo. And he could chop it up and turn it into 78,000 euros wholesale. And that's about 100K USD. So we're getting 100X on the money. And that's wholesale. If we were selling it at the clubs, we could get even more. So it was like my fourth trip down there, and I'm sitting there, and we always separate. We swallow the stuff like 6 hours before. You swallow, you eat, swallow,
The
you
balloons?
eat. Yeah, and we started wrapping our own stuff. I felt a lot better about that. The first time some other guys wrapped it, and it was sketchy.
The motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
Busted, it's over with, you
I
died.
got sick, and I was like, it's over. And it
Yeah.
was still in me. I'm like, I'm going to foam in the mouth and die. But so I'm in this random street clothes wearing black guy comes up to me. He's like, "Dame su pasaporte," and I'm like, "Hey, no comprende, sir." He's like, "Secret police, give me your passport." And I was like, and he's like, "Oh, you like Colombia, huh? Sit down." And there was this sketchy looking dude next to me and this beautiful Colombian girl. And I asked her, I'm like, "What are we doing?" And she's like, "We're going to the X-ray." And I was just
Extra, yeah.
and like, bro, I was like trying to put on the best poker face I could because it was just, my heart sank. And I was like, dude, I'm sitting with a kilo in my stomach. So we walk in, I'm the first person to go. It's a room of this size, Bogota Airport, the capital of Colombia. And they're like, all right, go. And I'm like, it's like this like little treadmill looking thing. And I'm walking off and I look at their face. They're like, "Tiene buen dia. Have a good day, Mr. Heinisch." Signed fingerprint, bro. And it was like, of adrenaline. Like I felt like I could jump and touch the ceiling, and I was just like, oh. And when we would wrap the stuff, we would put this last paper on, and the Colombians swore to me that it would pass the X-ray, and I thought they were just
Just
saying
telling
it
you
to
that.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it worked.
It worked.
You went through.
Yeah, it worked. And so I saw the Colombian on the flight, and he's looking at me all crazy because we act like we don't know each other. I'm like,
yeah.
we're good. I mean, that was that adrenaline compared to like winning a fight. Like it was a punch of adrenaline that. And now I watch these like border patrol shows, and they're all hip to all the paper that we used to.
Yeah.
They've got better technology now. And apparently he said they learned it from the Arabics because they were transporting bombs, swallowing bomb material, and they've been doing. So these X-rays have been over there even longer, but yeah, it made me cocky, right?
Yeah.
Because now I'm like,
Now
what
you're
are they gonna do?
invincible.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? X-ray me? So eventually, bro, after like 10 trips, Aruba, Venezuela, we were in Aruba and we flew from Caracas, Venezuela, straight to Spain, Tenerife. And I was the only white boy on the flight. They saw me, they pulled me in the office. I probably didn't, I was like ready to go to the beach. I looked like a beach boy. I should have dressed better, but they're like, "Hey, bro, why do you keep coming here? What's going on?" I have no bank cards, no credit cards. I just got a wad of cash. And they're like, and I'm like, "I'm a rich American." They're like, "Where you get your money though?" Western Union. And they're like, "Yeah." My girlfriend comes in, verifies. The Colombian guy stayed, which he should have got on a taxi and went. And we went to the parking garage, and they let us go. And then once we came together, boom, secret police. Now, this airport was so old that they didn't have an X-ray in the airport, so they took us to the hospital. And they saw
Now you're dead.
yeah, they saw it. Yep. So, yep. So I sat. Spain's kind of weird. Like, they're a lot more lax compared to American. It's like 3 to 6 years for 1 kilo or less, and then anything over that is 6 to 10. And I'm like, I'm in the wrong business. These guys had 100 kilos, and they're only getting 7 years, and I got like a 3.5-year sentence.
For one.
Yeah. Well, they said I only had 300 grams, so
But
700 grams have disappeared.
in jail, when they get caught with the balloons on the visit, they put you in the dry cell. They make you go to the bathroom.
Really?
For fucking 3 days. Naked. No toilet.
Nothing.
No, you got to fucking go to the bathroom, and then they go through it.
That's wild.
Nasty.
If they
bro.
think, they think you're doing something.
Yeah, of
But
course.
Johnny Chang, one time, we're on a visit. It's in the FTC. His wife comes, Kathy. You know them them Listerine things.
Yeah.
The paper.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
a
The
mint for
mints.
your mouth. She said, "You want one?" He put it in. Listen, they came running. You thought he had fucking a key of heroin. They fucking locked them up. Everything.
Wow. Unbelievable. That's crazy. So after all this, you go to prison and all, because we got to speed up just
Yeah.
a little bit for them.
Yeah.
I want to know how you got into the UFC real fast.
So, I'm in prison, right? And when something like this happens, you look at it at the time, you're like, this is the worst thing that could happen. But really, in reality, when I look back, it's the best thing because it really let me reflect on my life. I felt like connection with God. He started to speak to me. I saw the people around me. I said, I don't want to be like these people, man. I don't belong with these people. And I started training. I turned prison into a full training camp. They had wrestling in the prison. They had kickboxing. They had legit fighters. So I just jumped into it. Strength conditioning. It was just eat, sleep, and train. Mind, body, spirit. Every single day, that's what I was doing. And that's why my nickname was the Hurricane, like Reuben Carter.
Yeah.
He came out after and was a world champ, and then all the other drama. But so I just turned my body into a weapon in there, man. And I felt like God was saying, "You're gonna get out of here, be UFC champ, proclaim my name to the world." And all of that got done. I got Con Air to the north of Spain, did the rest of my time, and then they took me back to JFK. Did a couple. Right when I scanned my passport, pop. They said, "You're coming with us," and felony warrants, right? That I was on the run for. And eventually, they put me in Jamaica, Queens. Then they put me in Rikers, and then I got picked up by the U.S. Marshal just in time, man, because it was getting hairy in there. And then they drove me in circles around the country till I got there. 2014 Valentine's Day, I posted bail, and I went all in, man. 4-0 as an amateur, all finishes, and then I went 8-0 as a professional.
UFC.
No, in the regionals.
Oh, regional.
They said you win this fight, you go to the UFC. You lose, you're in the back of the line. A year and a half before that, I tore my knee. I went to the doctor that gave me 40 Percocets. Instantly hooked, bro. I'm smoking oxy, sniffing oxy, like I'm going down the worst road. I go in this fight, I lose because my mind wasn't right. I had this terrible, like 2 weeks out, I would quit, and then I would get deathly sick from withdrawals, and then I'd feel good, fight, win, and then do it all again.
Yeah.
And eventually, bro, I just lost. And luckily, man, I had some mentors that were like inviting me to Bible study in church, and I was just taking it hard because I felt like I was born to be a drug addict. I was like, rehab, prison, there's nothing I can do to quit drugs at all. Like, I've tried everything. And at that moment, man, I felt God was just like, I was like, I'm going to take my life or you take my life. And I gave it to God instead of taking my own life. And I felt this peace come upon me. I got baptized the next week. And at that time, I was broke, living in my buddy's basement, and I had nothing going on for me. I was a junkie. And a year after that, I broke in the UFC, broke into the top 10, met my wife, married my wife, bought a house, and I was a tax-paying citizen for the first time ever.
God bless.
Jesus
Hell
God.
of a fucking
So God
story.
opened the blessings,
Yeah.
the floodgates of
You
blessings.
got a hell of a fucking story.
I really hope that
lot of
you're
fucking
serious
shit.
about that movie thing because that would
Yeah.
be incredible. Your story
Might have
is
to make 3
fucking
movies.
phenomenal.
Might have to make 3 movies. All this fucking.
Yeah.
Like, God bless you. That's good.
Thank you.
What was it like though when you did break through the UFC? Your first fight had to be, your adrenaline had to be when you walk into the crowd and the lights and everything.
Yeah. So after I lost, I went on a 4-fight knockout streak.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even getting knockouts before. I was some decisions, some submissions. Now I'm knocking everyone out. And I knocked 2 guys out, won the LFA belt that I had originally lost. And then they were like, you got to go to Contender Series. And I was like, all right, man. So I went and knocked a dude out with elbows. And it didn't really set in because I was like, I only got like a little bit of money. And it didn't feel like a UFC fight. So I was pushing. I was like, I want to fight. And all these guys were turning me down for a Colorado fight because of the elevation.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, they're like, you can fight Cesar Ferreira, who's like top 20 in the world, in Argentina in 6 days. So I hopped on a flight 2 days later, went down to Argentina, did all the stuff I had to do, went out there, main card of a big fight, and I went out there and upset him and just put on a war, broke his arm with a submission, and I went in the back and collapsed, bro, and that's when it set in. I fought 5 times in a year, 4 knockouts, 1 decision, and I just like was like, oh, was like the weight of the world off my shoulders.
That's amazing.
Well, he's got that new thing with the hockey too. We got.
Yeah. So let's get real quick, Ben. I just want to ask him this, and then we'll wrap it up. Hockey, Ice Wars, right?
Yes.
So just tell them a little bit where they can look it up at and what it is.
Yeah. My career got cut short because of a really bad brain injury. it was like a wall went down for my combat sports career. But I'm blessed through crypto financially, but I'm also blessed that I'm connected again to the combat sports
So
world.
you got crypto.
Yeah, now I'm all in. A little late though. I could have used the
Bitcoin,
17 cents
17
Bitcoin.
cents. My God.
We got to give them our wallet.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's bare knuckle hockey fighting. 3 1-minute rounds, no sticks, no pucks. These guys throw down in a 900 square foot ice box on the ice with bare knuckles. It's the most action-packed sport. Literally, the whole show lasts 2.5 hours because these guys just brawl. There's no feeling each other out. UFC fights can take up to 8 hours.
Yeah.
This is 2.5 hours, 10, 12 fights. I mean, you're just going to see knockouts,
Do they have
blood.
equipment on? Jersey? What do they
Yeah, they have their equipment because they
No, I'm
fall.
saying they got knee pads.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got like hockey pants.
Yeah,
shoulder
Yeah,
pads.
full hockey uniform,
Other-
no helmet. Or
Yeah, no gloves, no helmet. Just
They do have a helmet, but it's not like a goalie helmet. It's
right.
a foam helmet, so in
Right,
case they get slept, they
Right,
don't
right.
crack their head
Right,
open.
right.
Yep.
That's great.
that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. it
Oh
is.
yeah.
I like
yeah,
to
it's-
fight you on that stuff. You don't know how to.
I mean, really, me out of all
Ice
people,
skate.
I was all Catholic, Newman Goretti.
I could ice skate you any day of the fucking week.
You want? That's not
Do it,
true.
bro. Boca Ice right up the street.
There is Boca. We got
Yeah.
September 1st when we're back down here. We got to do it.
Get skates. I'll skate you any fucking day of the week.
Let me get my bowers ready or my CCMs, and I'll be ready to go.
There you
all right.
go.
All right. So
Listen.
we got to put that up for him.
We'll put that up for you. Listen,
And we got to put his fight up. Put his fight up.
I'm going to put the fight on Patreon so people could go on and see it. Great story. We really appreciate you coming on. I'd like to have you on maybe again in Philly during a UFC. Maybe we could do something at the steak shop,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
maybe fly you in, get your hotel, or
I'm
whatever.
out
we do.
drinking with him.
Yeah.
No, he's sober. How long are you sober for now?
Sober,
Yeah, I'm about 8-9 years sober from alcohol.
Oh,
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I love to
Yeah.
hear that.
Take it
But
in
I
there.
still go out and, dude, it's all mindset, bro. I can get
we'll take it
drunk
to
without alcohol.
Yeah,
That's right.
Give me a mocktail, bro. I'll get my
Mocktail.
mindset.
All right.
Yeah.
You got
we have
it.
a
Thank-
good time,
brother.
The skinny
for having me.
with Joey Merlino, Little Snuff, and our
Wow.
buddy Ian. Thank you for
Yes,
coming
sir.
on. You're
Yeah,
the man.
thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Life is a casino. We don't sing, we just hit 'em off with C-notes. And you can bet it all. I'ma be the last one standing tall. Joey Merlino.
What's up, DG?
Life is a casino. We don't sing, we just hit 'em off with C-notes. And you can bet it all. I'ma be the last one standing tall. Joey Merlino.
With Joey Merlino.